All right, here we go. Brought to you by Mavericks Coffee. Follow me back to XM. So I got a question for you. What is the difference between manscaping and being a candidate for RuPaul's Drag Race? We're going to have two guests. We're going to have Stev for the men and Mel for the women. One from OCManscape and Bearskin Studio to talk about shaving your nether regions next.
What the hell?
Extreme XM and Sharp Radio present the Ben Pratt Show.
Wow! It's obscene, it's wrong!
It's wild.
It's time to get sharp. And now, Ben Pratt.
Still broadcasting to people in rental cars, big rigs, and one bluish-gray Mercedes, which has just left the taco shack. This is the Ben Pratt Show, hosted by me, Ben Pratt. You're a clean-cut Caucasian conservative. Clean-cut from, head to below the belt. Oppressing women and minorities since 1976. And you can participate at 1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. This hour, we're talking about this new movie. It's coming out called Manscaping. It's all about this concept of manscaping, and this is a nice transition from talking about gay marriage because let's be honest here. Back in 2003, this nauseating term came out, and I found it so repulsive: metrosexual. It was this definition that was meant to sort of explain guys who were extremely well groomed and wore their hair, real slick and use product, whatever that is, put product on their face. And I found the whole concept disgusting. Not of being well-groomed, but this whole metrosexual thing. What does taking good care of yourself have to do with your sexuality? Back in the day, guys used to wear suits, fedoras, shine their shoes, clean shaven. It was just called being well groomed. But I think that some people thought, they're pushing their sexual agenda, whatever it is. I mean, I know I'm sounding a little conspiratorial, but I think there was a bit of an attempt to try to kind of push. It's not really about being gay or straight. It's shades of gay. How gay are you? Well, it depends. How much of your body do you shave? Do you shave your face? Do you shave your chest? Do you shave your ass? What do you shave? And then somehow this was defining what it is to be a man. And this is the whole theory behind this new movie called Manscaping, which is another Morgan Spurlock joint. He's the guy who did the movie Super Size Me, which I happen to like. And so I'm going to play for you the audio from the trailer Manscaping, which just came out in theaters this past Wednesday.
What do you think makes a man?
I wish I had your manly voice.
Come on, Jason.
No, you're going lower there,
No, I'm not.
Being a man today means a different thing than it did at any time through history.
Real men don't tweet.
More and more guys have begun to groom.
Back, sack, and crack. All right.
It ain't healthy and it ain't right.
The mustache, it's a distinct thing.
I look like a pervert.
You can't let the mustache wear you. You've got to wear the mustache. This is just how a human male looks.
I can get rid of this beard in a second with a razor, easily.
I love men that use products.
What it is it's a product that you use for the groin area.
You think your pubes know the difference between a shot of shampoo and a shot of shower gel?
You know what? Give me something with some meat on its bones, like Aqua Velva.
My dad always smelled like garlic and diesel fuel.
Aqua Velva.
I don't have any ear hair yet, though.
No, me neither. God, we've got a lot in common.
You think mustaches are good on fellas? I kind of like it.
It fits you.
I'm going to embrace my inner porn star.
Society has been very rigid about the role of men. Those rules have been lifted.
I think you try to look good to meet a woman, or you try to look good so the woman doesn't run away.
From a scale of 1 to 10, how do I think I look?
To certain people, I probably am a 1. And then to other people's, I'm a strong 2.
What do you think works best with my face? Because this has been not doing well for me.
A hood.
All right, so that's the trailer for the movie Man. So I'm going to ask you a question, what makes a man? I'll tell you right now, what makes a man is not whether or not you shave your sack. But I thought I'd bring on some experts, and producer Joe Lane was nice enough to get Stev from OCManscape. You can check him out while you're listening to the show if you're by a computer, OCManscape.com. And Mel from Bearskin Studio. And you can visit her site at bearskinstudio.com. Stev and Mel, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So the reason why I wanted you guys to come on is because of this new movie. And this is a topic where I've been talking about this for a long time with friends. I found the whole concept of metrosexual to be absurd because I used to think of it just as being well-groomed. And starting, I would say back when I was, I don't know, I think in high school or early college years, I realized I had a unibrow. It started small. And I started shaving that space, so I'd actually have 2 eyebrows instead of 1, which, by the way, Stev, you mentioned on your website.
Yes.
As one of the benefits that 2 eyebrows are better than 1.
Yes, it's true.
And so what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna bounce back and forth between the two of you because I wanted the female perspective and the men's perspective. The concept of manscaping or this personal grooming seems to have been associated with gay men somehow. I don't quite see why it became the case, but from Stev, first with you, by the numbers, I mean, what percentage of your male clients are straight? What percentage do you think, roughly are gay, and what percentage are in denial?
Okay. I would probably say about 75% of my clients are straight, and about 25% are gay. As far as the in denial, I don't know yet. It's hard to say. Most of the reason I began OC Manscaped was because the straight guys didn't know where to go to get their waxing done, and I saw an untapped business, an untapped crowd that the industry was leaving out in the dark. They were ignoring them, and so I took them on, and I said, I'll do it. And, it started off with the straight set first.
Now, before I have a question for you following up on this, but Mel, you're focused exclusively on women, or do you also do services for men?
No, I am actually focused on men as well.
So now, what about your clientele? What have you seen? Because
98% straight males, 1% gay, and another 1% in denial.
Now that's interesting to me because I would think that there would be more gay men would feel comfortable interacting with a woman, or maybe not. And so Stev, I'm kind of curious. Of these guys, I mean, is this just the concept of the waxing, not so much of the chest or the back. I'm just thinking, down there. I mean, you saw an opportunity to capture a market that wasn't being served, but I mean, is this an uncomfortable process for you, or are you just like a mortician working over dead bodies? It's like nothing. It's like whatever.
No, actually, when I first started doing it, I was very nervous. I remember my first paying client. My heart was racing like crazy. I was nervous. I was uncomfortable, and it was awkward. But fortunately, I had a few friends that, they were hairy, and I told them what I was doing and what I was setting out to do, and they offered to be guinea pigs. And I made sure that I got familiarized with it. I took some courses. learned more about how the differences between men and women's skin and how their body hair works, and I made a go of it. And it's become really clinical now. I've been doing it for so many years. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
Now, what do you, from both your perspective, why is it that what was once considered just good grooming skills has become something of have a sexual connotation? Mel, why do you think that is?
You know what? Probably because when marketing sex sells, and so they try to sexualize everything, because this type of business, the grooming, doesn't really matter if you're gay, straight, or in between. It shouldn't be sexualized because, either the service or the people that are getting the service done. But also because now we're dealing more not just with backs and chests that, would make a man be considered sexy or not, but because now we're dealing with the man bits and butt cracks, which deal with sex.
Okay, yeah. Now the whole butt crack thing. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around this because I have a story to. Actually, we're going to do this on the flip side of the break because I have a story to tell because I'm going to share something private, which I've been meaning to tell this story for a while on the radio, and I haven't gotten to it because there's been other things on the news. But I guess what I'm also wondering is, out of your clientele, what's the motivation? Is it because people have a problem with, and I'm just speaking strictly about the guys, is this an issue of, hey, I got way too much hair because, not to stereotype, I'm Armenian and I got a hairy back and I just need to get rid of it because it's just over the top? Or is it guys who really don't have unusual amounts of hair, but just it's a preference thing or it's a vanity thing?
It's definitely a preference thing in the sense most of my clients that come in for that service are people who like the cleanliness factor. Even guys who have minimal butt crack hair to guys who are like you said, Armenian, it's just a nuisance. So once they get used to the cleanliness, they keep coming back for more.
And how about for you, Stev?
I agree. Most of the guys at first are kind of scared to get it done, but once they do it, it's just so clean. It's not be crude. Pooping is like grease lightning. It's clean, it's fast, and it's
it's right.
Did you just say poop lightning?
He said poop lightning. I believe.
love that.
Poop lightning. It is.
Lightning. It's just really clean and fast. You don't have to spend so much time in the bathroom trying to wipe. It's great. And
no dingleberries, huh? No dingleberries.
Yeah, less dingleberries, less cleanup time, and it just feels better. It feels cool. It feels clean. Just 100 different reasons.
Now, when we come back, the question that I want you both to think about is from the motivation standpoint, from a sexual nature. I want to know what the correlation is between grooming as a method of making a more pleasant environment for your sex partner. So I want to talk about that, and also I'm going to share a story that's very, very personal to me. My time in the laser torture chamber with an evil Russian woman who I believe was from one of the James Bond flicks. 1-800-449-8686. Currently talking to Stev from OCManscape.com. OCManscape down in the OC, that's Orange County if you're not from Southern California. And Mel from Bearskin Studio. Check her out at bearskinstudio.com. Coming back.
800-449-8686. It's Ben Pratt on Extreme XM 165. The Ben Pratt Show.
Food independence, emergency preparedness, self-reliance. MyPatriotSupply.com. Get our survival seed vault and feed your family from your own garden for just $37.95. Our non-hybrid heirloom seeds are genuinely American, just like you. Your survival needs and survival seeds are at MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com. Self-reliance. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Attention Ben Pratt listeners, I've got a special offer for you. If you have not tried Mavericks Coffee yet, I want you to go to maverickscoffee.com/sharp today and get a free sample of their 2 most popular blends, plus a free bag of chocolate-covered coffee beans. I love them, and you will too. That's maverickscoffee.com/sharp. maverickscoffee.com/sharp.
Are your cable rates rising? Tired of being pushed around by your provider? It's time to push back. Cut the cable and get Dish Network installed with absolutely no equipment to buy. Here's the best part. Packages start at just $24.99 a month for an entire year. That's right. Call now and get Dish Network installed free. Plus your choice of HBO, Cinemax, or Stars free for 3 months. If you call in right now, Dish Network will also throw in free HD for life. PMG Dish, a Dish Network authorized retailer, is waiting for your call and can have you watching TV as soon as tomorrow. Call 800-295-6306. Imagine all your favorite movies, sports, and shows in crystal clear digital quality for far less money, and you won't have to deal with the cable company anymore. At only $24.99 per month, they're practically giving it away. Call now for full details. Call 800-295-6306. That's 800-295-6306. Again, 800-295-6306. Limited time off for prices, packages, and programming subject to change without notice. 24-month agreement required. Cancellation fees, auto pay, and paperless billing and other restrictions apply. Call for details.
When your identity is stolen, people think you call the credit card company and that's that. There's still a criminal out there using your name.
Meet Perry, a LifeLock member, and this is his identity theft story.
I didn't know my identity was stolen until I got this LifeLock alert asking if I'd applied for credit cards at 3 stores. I said no. This thief had my name, social security number, and date of birth, and went to 3 stores trying to open credit cards in my name, but LifeLock was on it.
LifeLock is on a mission to help stop identity theft, but they can't protect you if you're not a member. Call now and you'll receive 60 days of LifeLock protection risk-free. They'll also include a free document shredder with your annual enrollment. If you're not happy, call LifeLock within 60 days of enrollment and you won't pay a cent. See lifelock.com for details. Call 1-800-431-0940. 1-800-431-0940. 1-800-431-0940.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-824-4741 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-824-4741 to take your call now. Call 800-824-4741. That's 800-824-4741. Again, 800-824-4741.
1-800-449-8686. 1-800-449-8686. Ben Pratt Show. Talking to Stev from OCManscape and Mel from Bearskin Studio. So, Stev, what have you seen with your clients, like from a motivational standpoint? How much is it to try to make a more appealing environment for their sex partner?
Well, the guys, one of the first things that they comment on is their confidence level just really goes up. They're more comfortable taking their shirts off, more comfortable taking their clothes off. They're not worried that somebody's going to be thinking about their hairy bodies or their hairy back or shoulders or, their butt. Some guys, unfortunately aren't very endowed, and, sometimes trimming the bushes makes the tree look bigger. A little more appealing.
And Mel?
For my clients that come in, a lot of them come in because they're doing it as a surprise for their girlfriends, or they have new sexual endeavors coming up that they think that they want to look their best in, and or they're trying new things, and this is one of their things that they think they'll make them look good and feel good, and then they figure nobody likes hairballs.
You know, what's interesting is that a lot of guys complain that after they get married that the sex stops, and one of the things that they forget is I'm sure a lot of these guys let themselves go. And do you think that one of the big things that happens with guys once they get comfortable and secure in a relationship is they stop taking care of that region in that way?
Absolutely, but you know, I think it swings both ways. The men and the women stop taking care of themselves, and then, you know, the romance dies and nobody wants to, you know, go downtown if it's already been covered in cobwebs, so to speak.
Now, what do you get? I'm sorry, Steph?
Yes.
What do you think about getting laser done as opposed to, as opposed to waxing?
Well, laser's a great way to achieve hair removal. It's also very expensive and very painful.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny that you bring that up because that's actually brings me to my story real quick. So my wife actually scheduled the appointment. I'm not a really hairy guy, but I used to shave my chest, and it was a pain in the ass. And as the price of these Mach 3 blades has gotten obscene,
right,
and also the fact that along my belt line, I'd get these ingrown hairs from the irritation of my pants rubbing against the stubble growing back. And so finally, she just took the bull by the horns and scheduled an appointment. And I went, and this woman with this Russian accent, she has me lay down on the table, and she starts zapping me. And, you feel like a little girl. Because you're thinking, now I can't imagine that feels any better or worse than having somebody take a giant piece of tape that's stuck to my back and tearing it. I mean, am I missing something here?
I think so. Well, waxing can be painful. It also depends on the method that the waxer is using. There are ways of lessening the discomfort. Where laser, you have to go back a few times, especially for the gents. Especially if you have a higher testosterone level.
Yes, I noticed.
You're going to need more treatment. And it's still expensive. You have to pay for every treatment. And it's still just as painful as the first time. Where waxing, it gets a little easier every time you do it.
Actually,
I also wanted to throw in that the FDA hasn't approved lasers as a permanent hair removal solution, and the doctors I've checked in with as well say that while it may remove most of the hair, it's not going to remove all the hair, and it's not going to be permanently gone. And then to add to Stev's point is that, it does depend on the waxer's technique. It also depends on the product, and also just the natural density and coarseness of the hair will dictate the pain level.
And I have noticed that it is growing back because I've been back about 5 or 6 times to the torture chamber, and it does get a little less painful. But I think the most shocking thing was when she asked me, "How far down do you want to go?" How far do I want her to go? And I said, "I don't know. How far should I go?" She's like, "Take off your pants." and then the next thing,
go big or go home.
And the next thing I know, the only other woman to ever hold my testicles is blasting it with a laser. And then she's like, "Do you want me to do the rest?" And I said, I flip over. And the next thing I know, I've got a laser up my ass. So anyway, it's just one of those things. I couldn't allow a man to do that, though. I think that's where I draw the line. And if that makes me homophobic, fine, then I'm guilty.
Well, let me ask you this, because you brought it up yourself. Does it make the sexual experience better?
No, I think it's a convenience thing. I don't find it any better, but whatever, What
your wife might find it better, though.
She has no. Well, she's always said I'm the cleanest man she's ever met.
This might be her right now.
Just taking it to the next level. 800-449-8686. Follow me behind the scenes. We're going to talk for a few more minutes with Stev and Mel.
Sharp Radio.
So now this part is just kind of online, but it's funny. She always said to me, I was the cleanest man she ever met because I baby powder and I shower and I'm very meticulous. But it does get to be a bit of a pain in the ass, if you'll pardon the pun, to have to constantly be shaving this. It's like a never-ending battle. And now I've done about 5-6 treatments laser-wise, and I'm like, why is it growing back? and it's growing back slower, and it's finer, and it's less aggressive, but it still keeps coming back. And I'm wondering, is there any getting rid of this?
Electrolysis.
After that many times of laser, you got to ask if it's worth it. And if it's not, either let it grow back or start waxing.
I do have customers that do come in after they've had the electrolysis, either because the hair, some of the, after laser, you can't, it doesn't pick up the white hair, so they have to come back in and wax that, or just the laser didn't work all the way, and the only way you can completely remove it is with electrolysis, which is also another long, painful procedure that I don't know, I personally wouldn't recommend.
How much does it cost for you to wax my ass?
Just for a butt crack, $30.
$30. What if I want the whole enchilada? I want my chest. I want my testicles. I don't know what a penis waxing. I don't have hair growing on my penis. I don't know what that's all about. I just read that. I'm like, who has got hair on their shaft?
Most guys.
Many a men.
Really?
The older you get, the more you get. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, you start getting unwanted, unnecessary hair that you didn't have in your younger years, that in their 40s and 50s just seems to be sprouting out of every crevice, unfortunately.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what you have to look forward to.
I can't freaking wait.
Through the balls and into the perineum.
So if I'm doing, what is it? What was the whole line? The
back crack and ass.
Yeah, but it was done. It was, what is for the trifecta, the hat trick?
Back cracks and sack.
Oh, back crack and sack.
Back crack. Well, I don't have hair on my back. Well, not enough to
Not anymore.
No, I seriously, I don't have a hairy back.
You didn't have a hairy back?
Nah, it's not my thing. Just never had it.
Even baby hair back there?
Well, I mean, nothing that's worth paying money to get rid of, you know?
So, say we were doing a back, that'd be like $50 back, shoulders, and arms, and then the butt crack or a full butt, $30 to $40, and then the sack would generally be covered with Brazilian, and that starts at $70.
So you end up paying the same amount of money anyway as if you keep going for laser.
I would assume so.
Well, laser costs about, what is it, about, $85. Once you've done it a few times, they just charge you like $80.
For the whole thing? For anything you want lasered, $85?
Chest down, chest to crack.
Really?
Wow, that's quite a deal.
What about the
toes?
That is a deal.
I didn't realize I was getting a good deal to get tortured. Well, look, Stev and Mel, I really appreciate you coming on. I encourage the audience to go to OCManscape.com. You can visit Stev if you're a guy and you want to, go to a Manscaped-friendly environment, or you can visit Mel if you prefer to deal with a lady. Mel at Bearskin Studio, bearskinstudio.com. And thank you guys very much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I'll post this up on Sharp Radio for you guys.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Jolene's going to talk to you now.